No man is more professional than I. I am a 1% man. I am not above or below any man. I'm training my mind. I'm building my body. I'm connecting to my soul. I'm investing my money. Welcome to the 1% Man Podcast. Let's go. Welcome back to the 1% Man Podcast, and I am your host, Bertrand, and I'm excited for you to be here, my brother. Today is a great episode because it's just something that you will consistently face in your life, and that's uncertainty. And periods of uncertainty will come into your life, but I have to ask, what are some questions you can ask yourself that can help you to get out of those periods of uncertainty? We've all been at a crossroad in which you've had no opportunities and you didn't know where you should go. You didn't know if you should go up or down, left or right, or you've probably been on the flip side too as well, where you had so many opportunities and you didn't know which one you should take. Maybe take the one to the left, the one to the right, the one that's up, the one that's below, or maybe the new one that just presented itself, or maybe the older one, a few months old. But before you begin and we dive into today's episode, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to remind yourself of who you are. And more importantly, remember your identity, right? And when I say that, it's because a lot of times the reason why we're so uncertain is because we're forgetting who we are. We're forgetting how we do our processes. We're forgetting about who we are. And that's the best way I know how to say this. And I was talking with a friend about this, and I said, at times of uncertainty, it's like I forget myself. It's like I forget all the things that I've wanted. I forget all the things I wanted to do. Or even when I get presented with so many opportunities, I'm like, I'm evolving and I'm choosing to be a new person, right? And that's something we're going to go through as well, is about who you're going to become. But the number one thing you should ask yourself, whether you're presented with, whether you have no opportunities or you have so many opportunities you don't know what to choose from, is what do I want? That's question number one. What do I want? Now, I have to warn you, and please hear my heart. Be so goddamn selfish with this question. Don't think about what your mom wants for you, what your brother, your pastor, your sister, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Doesn't matter what they want for you. Be selfish with this, please. Do seek the right one for you, right? And when I'm talking about that, I mean, ask yourself, hey, what do I want? And seek what's right for you and what empowers you, not what sounds good or not what is going to look good to others, but what is it you really want? I remember I was listening to, actually, the book is Unfuck Yourself with Gary John Bishop. I think that's his name. And he was talking about how a lot of times we say that we want things, but we don't really want them. Like for me, I know being a millionaire sounds good, it looks good and all that, but do I really want that? Am I really willing to put the effort in to be a millionaire? No, I really want to be a dad. I want to be present in my kid's life. That's what I know I super want. Right? Being a millionaire is kind of a byproduct of taking care of my business and, making sales and all that. But what do I really want? I want to be a dad. And I know that having money and being a stay-at-home dad and being present requires me to have money. So being a millionaire is actually something that's good because I can pay people to take care of my companies and all that, or I can have a job and I can still be present in my kid's life. But yet again, I want the freedom to, be able to take them out or go pick them up from school or go to basketball practice or dance practice, whatever they have going on. I want to be able to be there for them. And I want them to know that dad is there. Right. So as well as provide for the family and all that good stuff. Right. But something you have to ask yourself and you want to be able to answer is, what do I want? So what is it that you're working towards right now? And also future pace too, and say, okay, not just right now, but future pace as well as, what do I want in the future? What do I want right now? And then what I want in the future? And does that line up together? So second question, what is the next step you must take to move yourself forward? So once you've made a decision about what you want, you have to look, okay, great. you have point A, which is, all right, who I am right now. Point B of what do I want? And then the next point is what's the next step forward? So if you're building out a map, you got to think this is point number one, right? So we have to go through, I don't know, go over the bridge before we can get to the layer of the dragon, right? Before we can slay that dragon is, hey, go over the bridge. And what does that look like? Does that mean that you probably have to go talk to somebody, or maybe you have to build a plan, or maybe you have to, save up some money, whatever that is, right? Or maybe you have to say yes to this opportunity, say no to this opportunity, right? And that's what it looks like. Maybe you have to write it all out, or maybe you have to go on a run. What's the next step to help yourself move forward, right? So if I was saying I'm going to lose some weight, first thing that I want to do is understand, okay, where am I right now? So who am I? So I am 250 pounds, totally fat. I'm out of shape, right? But I want to get to 150 pounds. So I want to drop 100 pounds. So the next step for me to move forward will probably be, you know what? I'm going to drink a gallon of water every day. Boom. I'm not talking about the whole picture here. I'm just talking about the next step to help you move towards that. Then my next step after that might be, hey, you know what? Going to see a personal trainer or a nutritionist. So I can get a nutritional plan and I can understand where I'm going. May even be joining the 1% Man Challenge. That way I have a journal, a t-shirt, that custom box that comes to me with all the tools and resources I need. So that way I can start taking care of myself in totality and holistically. So, but the reason why this is so important is because your next step moving forward is going to help you to build momentum again, right? Uncertainty is that you don't know where you're going and you need that momentum again so you can feel powerful, feel clear. It's not just a feeling, but it's about knowing where you're going and feeling sure about yourself, right? And having that certainty again. So taking that one step forward. Now, third thing is, what must I let go to go up? Now, this is so important because a lot of times we sometimes hang on to older versions of ourselves, old mindset, old ways and habits, and we have to stop holding on to the old you, right? And the reason why I say this is because I want you to start reaching for the new you, right? And when opportunities present itself, right, and uncertainty just means that you are evolving. There's an evolution taking place. Right? You are about to go to a whole new level. When I got offered my first 6-figure job, I was it took me about a week to make that decision, right? Usually all other jobs, I'm like, oh yeah, I want the job. I'll take it. I was like, hey, can I get some time? She was like, oh yeah, I get it. And I went to my mom. I was like, is this really this job for me? Like, are you sure? Like, can I take this? And I was like, let me pray to God. And I was just like, what am I doing? Looking back now, the uncertainty of the new role meant more work and also meant like higher pay, way higher pay than I've ever been paid before. And I almost didn't feel qualified. I was like, man, I can't believe that they want to give me this job. Like, there has to be a catch. This is crazy. This job must be super hard, must be super wacky, or nobody wants to take this job. But no, they saw qualities in me and they were like, hey, we want to offer you this job. 110 a year? Yeah, it's 110 a year. It was great. It was more money I ever made before in my life, right? I think anyone in my immediate family ever made before in their life. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I can't believe this. And for myself, when I took it, it felt good. That period of uncertainty was just me not knowing who I was, right? This is what I wrote down on my vision map of the year. This is what I really wanted. When I got it, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But then that period of remember, I think earlier podcast that talks about your weapon being your greatest enemy or being your greatest weapon, is that if I wasn't working out, if I wasn't doing therapy, if I didn't have these tools and resources at my side, my mind could have easily helped me to slip into this uncertainty, slip into depression, and slip into all this, and then let this opportunity ride by and then not take it. And I'll still be in a period of uncertainty, right? But what it is was that I was evolving and I was going to reach a new level. And that new level was unfamiliar to me, which caused me to be uncertain. But once I got to that level and I accepted the opportunity, I went there, that uncertainty, it subsided, right? There was still a little bit of uncertainty, even starting a new job too as well, getting, a cell phone and all these other things and all these other perks. But After that, I felt good. I felt great because I was at a whole new level. That even I didn't even know was possible for me, right? So for you too as well, I want you to look into your life is that your periods of uncertainty or even your times of uncertainty, it's a time for you to evolve. It's a time that there's something else that's about to happen for you. And there's not a right or wrong choice, but you have to look at yourself and you got to say, who are you, right? What do you really want? What's the next step you must take to move yourself forward? And what must you let go so that way you can adopt this new personality or adopt this new person that you're becoming as a man? Because that's truly going to be what's going to help you to get over that period of uncertainty, that evolution piece, right? Every time you evolve, there's probably you're content, then uncertainty hits, then you evolve, and then you're content again. Uncertainty hits, and then you evolve. You're content, uncertainty hits, and then you evolve, right? And that evolutionary piece, every time you keep evolving, you're gonna reach a new level, right? And to you may seem something really small, but to others, it may be a major deal for you, right? So understand that. And it's all about you. It's not about anybody else. When with these periods of uncertainty, it's really about getting out of your own head sometimes too, and just taking the track forward. So enough. I'm gonna go. Enough showboating of me and talking. So my friend, I'm glad that you're here. And remember, when periods of uncertainty strike, I want you to remember who you are. What do you want? What's the next step you must take to move forward? And what must you let go to go up? And remember, your legacy starts today. Thank you, my friend, for tuning into today's episode. This means so much to us over here at the 1% Man community. Now, we want to extend a hand of gratitude to you. So I have a free gift for you. All you have to do is go to www.the1percentman.com/podcast gift. This is an exclusive gift for listeners that tune into our podcast. So go over there, get that free gift as well. And now I have two simple acts of you. One, hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment and a 5-star review, because that helps us to see what you love about the podcast, and that helps us to bolster up in the rankings so more people can find us and listen to this pertinent information that we have for men of today's age. Last but not least, I want you to go back and listen to this podcast. Find just one thing that you can implement in your life today so you can move forward. Remember, progress over perfection. And till next time, my friend, your legacy starts today.